In the beginning, I was created from the same clay as Adam, his equal, his counterpart.
Flicker off, soft sounds in the glow. City whispers slow, feel that old school flow.
And I presume you were all naked in the island of paradise, called Eden?
I suppose, but for the sake of the interview and YouTube, we'll keep it kid-friendly.
Let's begin with the truth. Who are you really?
They call me many things. First woman, first exile, first demon, but I am simply Lilith.
Adam's wife?
Once, briefly, until he wished to rule over me.
You are mine, Lilith, my wife, my helpmate.
Why must I be yours? Do we not come from the same earth? Do we not breathe the same air?
It is the way of things. You will lie beneath me. You will obey.
No, Adam, I will not lie beneath you.
And so you left.
Lilith, submit to Adam or leave Eden forever.
What now?
And so you left?
Eden was never my home. It was a golden cage.
But by leaving, you were erased.
They're making a mockery out of us.
Harlots!
I know. Definitely not giving
Loose
King
rebels?
Kong energy. If you know what I mean.
They will spoil the remaining damsels.
As
It's
if
time we make an example out of them.
they're making me out to be a demon and erasing our story.
They are beyond wicked.
How dare they?
You wandered alone, but you were not lost.
His name, Samael.
You have been cast out, little one, and yet you do not weep.
Why should I? I'm not broken.
Then come, let me show you what lies beyond the garden.
What did you see?
The truth of the gods before the one, of women lost to history, of power taken, never given.
They call you a demon, a child killer, a seductress. Why?
Because I did not return, because I chose my own path, and that terrifies them.
We have the one, we have the power.
It's time we cast these demon harlots away forever. Women must submit. We are above them.
The women must serve. They must bow. They must shut up and listen.
They fear you.
As they should.
And now, what do you see when you look at the world today?
Women still fighting battles they should have won eons ago. Names still erased. Voices still silenced. But they are learning.
So what now?
Now I remind them of what was stolen. I teach them to take it back. I was the first, but I will not be the last.
Lilith, before we conclude, is there anything you wish to say to those who still fear your name?
Fear is a convenient illusion. They should fear the silence, not my voice. But I am not the only one they have tried to erase.
Lilith has stirred the embers, but I am the wildfire. They called me wicked, a harlot, a queen too bold for their fragile thrones. But tell me, do men not rewrite history to suit their fears?
And do they not crucify those who carry the truth?
Before the cross, before the nails, before the stone was rolled away, I descended.
I, Inanna, Queen of Heaven, walked willingly into the underworld, not as punishment, not as sacrifice forced upon me, but because I chose to face death itself and return. They stripped me, beat me, hung my lifeless body on a hook. I remained there, suspended between existence and oblivion, as the world above mourned my passing. And yet, I rose. By my own will I ascended from the grave, not for atonement, but to reclaim my throne. They called it a miracle when another did the same, but when I returned, they called it myth. A woman cannot be God, they said. A goddess cannot resurrect. They took my story and gave it another name, another face. They rewrote the stars, erased my temple, buried my truth beneath their gospels. But tell me, does changing the storyteller change the story? I was, I am, and I will always be. Long before they sculpted a savior from borrowed stone, I walked the path of resurrection. And now I return, not for vengeance, not for worship, but so that you remember. The first to rise was a woman.